I think I hate sports, guys. Just made me hate sports. I agree. What a difference, right? What a freaking difference.
When the Knicks win, Jalen Brunson, I'm sucking your fucking dick. Everything I've ever done was for the Knicks. Fuck Wembanyama. We're saving America. We're gonna get France and push it somewhere else. Wembanyama, show yourself. Hey, yo, word to my baby mother. When the Knicks win, when the Knicks win, when the Knicks win, Jalen Brunson, I'm sucking your fucking dick. Everything I've ever done was for the Knicks. Fuck Wembanyama. We're saving America. We're gonna get France and push it somewhere else. Wembanyama, show yourself. Hey, yo, word to my baby mother. When the Knicks win, when the Knicks win, when the Knicks win, Jalen Brunson, I'm sucking your fucking dick. Everything I've ever done was for the Knicks. Fuck Wembanyama. We're saving America.
Musk, the world's biggest loser, has become the world's first trillionaire, and people have thoughts. So in this video, I'm going to get to many of those thoughts, but I'm going to start with how this happened, why this happened, and help you understand that this is not because of hard work. Elon Musk is not a trillionaire because he worked the hardest out of the billions of people on Earth. That's not the reality of what actually happened. So let's first start with the BBC headline here. Elon Musk becomes world's first trillionaire as SpaceX soars in stock market debut. So, as they write, his total net worth now is apparently at 1.11 trillion. That's according to the Bloomberg Rich list. And SpaceX, the set of shares would be offered at 135 each, but trading opened at 150 and briefly reached 176 and 50 cents. So, as the Guardian writes here, they quote the investment research group Morningstar. So they calculated that SpaceX is worth only $63 a share, well below the IPO price of $135, and warns there is, quote, a major disconnect between market expectations and underlying fundamentals. Going on to say, with so many unknown and untested technologies underpinning much of its valuation price, particularly within the AI business, we think the valuation is extremely speculative. SpaceX, get this, net loss last year of 4.9 billion. A net loss last year of 4.9 billion, yet somehow now it's worth almost 2 trillion. So they go on to say at 1.78 trillion, the IPO values SpaceX at roughly 92 times its trailing sales. All right, probably not the time to get in on the ground floor when it comes to SpaceX, but don't take my advice. I'm not an investor. But let's get to this first reaction here from John Teufel. Says SpaceX IPO is so perfect right now. A company without profit, sold on a market detached from reality, based on fake promises about things it will never do. Layers and layers of bullshit. Mm-hmm. So this gets to, how did this happen? Because again, was not hard work. As CNN writes here, how much of Musk's wealth comes from government help? Virtually all of it. So there are many breakdowns on this. The Washington Post has a good breakdown with graphs. Musk's companies have received billions from the government.
Yeah, it's to the point where, okay, guys, let's break this down, right? An old school, like, conservative argument was government shouldn't be determining winners and losers. If it does, well, then it's just like manipulating stuff. Okay. Well, how do they feel about Tesla now? Elon Musk now? They suck him off, right? Well, there you go. It sounds like government's working. It works when they want it to work, but when they don't want it to work, it never works.
Total contracts, loans, subsidies, and tax credits.
I don't buy it.
Credits by company. We are talking billions a year.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's Tesla, whether it's SpaceX. They also go on to say the total amount is probably larger. This analysis includes only publicly available contracts, omitting classified defense and intelligence work for the federal government. This, including, by the way, early on at the beginning of SpaceX and Tesla. It's not as if these companies were already incredibly profitable, making lots of money, and then they got some government contracts. No, they got help at the very beginning. So, as CNN writes, SpaceX's first major windfall was a $278 million grant from NASA in 2006. Elon Musk is propped up by government handouts. That is simply a fact. Now, Guardian writes here as well, Musk companies got billions from government. Now he's pulling up the ladder behind him. It's one thing if you have the world's first trillionaire, and I don't know. First of all, that wouldn't happen if you're a good person, but somehow if it did, and you used your time to help others and maybe speak out against how ridiculous the system is that only you and the few up near you are benefiting from while there are tens of millions homeless and without food and shelter, maybe there'd be a different story here. But this is the reality with Musk. He is a piece of garbage. Few individuals embody ladder pulling more starkly than Elon Musk, though he has been lauded as a self-made inventor and visionary to entrepreneur, which he is not because of all the people that actually do the work in his companies. Musk's empire only exists thanks to the support of massive public investment. Yet as leader of the Department of Government Efficiency, quote-unquote DOGE, he has directed and overseen the dismantling of the very government programs, regulations, and subsidies that enabled his rise. So, if I did a video just on Doge alone, we would be here for an hour. But the amount of cuts that were made, that programs both domestically and internationally were benefiting people, is disgusting. And to do that, while this man has doubled his wealth since these cuts, shows you how insane the system is. Now, I have shown this a few times, but I'm going to do it again in case you missed it. What does $1 billion look like? I want to be clear here. This is $1 billion.
Mm-hmm.
You have to take this when I show you the billion and imagine that times 1,000 to get the true billion.
Mm-hmm.
But let's imagine here 1,000 pixels, $1,000, 1 million pixels, $1 million. Almost fits in the screen. There you go. So a lot of money. $1 million. I would love $1 million. Please, I would love it. But then we get to $1 billion. And this is where I am scrolling as fast as I possibly can.
Yeah,
you can see the numbers just flying by.
Guys,
let's pause.
$1 billion is way too much. And I think a lot of people don't have we as humans don't understand exponential numbers like this and growth. And then there you go. You could literally scroll like he's doing now, and it wouldn't end.
Here, where are we at? We're only at 267 million, I think.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Keep going. We are at almost halfway 400
almost.
Something.
And he's scrolling quick, right?
Where's the billion? Come on. Almost there. 700.
So $1 trillion
900.
Is that times 10.
And we made it.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. That's $1 billion.
Or 100, whatever, right?
Most people, I mean, from what I've seen, most billionaires have more than 1 billion. So how does this make any sense?
God damn it.
How can anybody possibly justify a system where people are making 1 billion, let alone $1 trillion, 1,000 times what you just saw there? Now, I understand it's not in the bank, it's wealth. But this is why we need to tax wealth. Nobody should be worth that much money. As Kyle Klinsky breaks down here, 745,000 people are homeless in the U.S. Medical bills are the #1 cause of bankruptcy. Over 60% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. Bottom 80% of Americans have...
By the way, I talked about this, right? 60% of Americans are living to paycheck.
Just 7% of the
Thanks,
wealth.
Girl.
Yet this criminal is now a trillionaire. We're
the bottom 80% of Americans just have 7% of the wealth.
A failed country.
There you go.
Jenny writing, capitalism.
But they're all going to Europe to live. Remember, guys.
Is better than socialism because one man gets to be a trillionaire instead of everyone having healthcare. Clearly saying this sarcastically. Anyone in your life who is defending this or praising the idea of Musk becoming a trillionaire, just lay this line on them and see how they react.
Mm-hmm.
Because nobody can possibly defend that this system makes sense. I would argue even Elon Musk shouldn't be defending it because of how much of a loser the man is, such an egomaniac, incredibly insecure. The world's richest man is one of the saddest people on earth. If you see how, he bought Twitter, changed the algorithm so it benefits him, tries to make him look good as AI tries to make him look great. Like, it's so sad. We'll get to more in a second, by the way, how he, paid off gamers to play a game for him, so it made it seem like he was playing the game and that he was actually good at the game when he wasn't. Like, just levels of loser that previously not thought possible, but are being attained by the world's first trillionaire. I would argue this system isn't even benefiting him. Bug Girl 100. Writing here, in nature, if a monkey hoarded 1 trillion bananas, the other monkeys would beat that monkey to death and take his bananas. Nothing else to add here. FUI Quit said, if you earn $10,000 a day from the dawn of humans 300,000 years ago, you'd have earned less money than Elon's wealth.
Wow. Crazy.
I'm finding it hard to even know what to say. Rachel Gilmore writing, put differently, if you made $1 every second, you would be a millionaire in just under 12 days. It would take you just under 32 years to become a billionaire. You would have to be born 31,709 years ago in the upper Paleolithic era to become a trillionaire. Again, who is possibly justifying this? I had to include this. The trillionaire build, looking fine there. I mean,
Jesus.
The comparison is truly uncanny.
Jesus.
Tom Toro sharing this comic.
What the fuck?
Yes, the planet got destroyed, but for a beautiful moment in time, we created a lot of value for shareholders.
Mm-hmm. True.
Volodus, or Valedos, whatever your name is. There's no better case for socialism than the world's first trillionaire being a massive loser who cosplays as his mom and baby online and lies about being good at video games in an attempt to give his life meaning. Yes, this is true. So Futurism covered at least one aspect of this. Sure, Elon Musk did roleplay as his toddler son on his secret burner account, but he probably isn't pretending to be his mom. So they cast some doubt on the idea of him being his mom. I don't want to get into the whole deep story here, but basically there was a tweet online where it was his mom apparently replying to one of his tweets, but her tweet, she said, your mom. So it seemed like he didn't realize he was supposed to be on his dad's account, but he was instead on his mom's account. And so, I don't know, but they cast doubt on that being the case. Regardless, he does in fact pretend to be his son. I guess he finds it funny. I don't know. They write here, with a heavy sigh, here's the part where we tell you that Musk secretly owned an alt account that he used to roleplay as his toddler son X. Plus, he has a track record of manipulating the website to boost his own posts, and his AI chatbot Grok frequently lavishes a suspicious degree of praise on its creator.
Yeah, it literally will say, like, if LeBron James and Elon were to play basketball, who would beat each other? Keck W. We all know it's Elon, right, guys?
Including insisting that he was as a great mind as Isaac Newton, and that it would be more ethical to kill 1 billion children if it meant saving him. This is the world's saddest man.
What he may be the world, including insisting that it would be a great mind he has a great mind like Isaac Newton, and that it would be more ethical to kill 1 billion children if it meant saving Elon Musk, guys. He's that important. 1 billion children or Elon. God, this guy has such a messiah complex.
World's richest man, but he is not happy, and that should give us all a little comfort in knowing that wealth can't, in fact, bring you happiness if you're a massive piece of shit.
He's such a peaceful
Kotaku here. Yes, Elon Musk admits to cheating in Path of Exile 2 and Diablo 4 amid fake gamer controversy. So I want to be clear. He was caught. It's not as if he came out and was like, yes, I pay cheaters and I'm cool because of it. No, he was caught playing a game that he actually wasn't playing. He was pretending to play Path of Exile 2 when somebody else was playing it for him.
Yeah.
Making him, like, boosting his account because he wanted to seem like he was like one of the greatest players in that game when he wasn't. Like, I don't.
It's so cringe.
I don't.
Why?
Understand how much of a goddamn loser you have to be to do something like that. I play lots of games. I love video games, but I play them because I enjoy playing them. I would never think to try and raise my profile online to get someone else to play a game for me. I'm not going to get someone else to play Marathon because I want people to think that I'm really good at Marathon when I actually suck, but even though I enjoy playing it. Like it's so bizarre. The man is incredibly sad, incredibly insecure, and the money has done nothing to change that. He's also, of course, the first trillionaire as a Nazi. I mean, I covered this when it happened. This is not really like there's no gray area here. You're not gonna try and gaslight me into thinking this he was doing something else here. Like, please. So, yeah. Perfect time to bring in the Pope. So, randomly, the Pope put out this message about the poor. Now, I'll get to his statement in a second here. So, this was in relation to the 10th World Day of the Poor, which is actually in November. Now, maybe the Catholics in the comments will tell me, oh, it's perfectly normal for him to come out in July and put this statement out. But it seemed bizarre to me, but this was, in fact, put out as Elon Musk became the world's first trillionaire. So he goes on to say, once again, we must return to the Word of God to reaffirm the importance of the poor in the life of the church. Sadly, we see that even today, there is widespread social injustice arising from arrogant corruption, which is as deplorable as it is discriminatory. The poor are the first to suffer the consequences, and it is no coincidence that their numbers are growing in many societies. So it's just
Elon thinks he's God. Yep, carpet dog.
The church
welcome
would be focused
back
on the poor,
absolutely,
and that pieces of shit like Elon Musk are not looked upon favorably by God. But who am I to say? Because here is the real life Jesus Christ. Bernie Sanders putting the statement out. This is the last thing I want to share here. Writing, Elon Musk's rise to trillionaire status is not a time to celebrate. It's a call to action to take on the unprecedented income and wealth inequality that now exists and the greed and power of a ruling class that is destroying the social fabric of America. Our democracy cannot survive when one man who contributed $290 million to get Trump elected becomes $700 billion richer since Trump's election. Our economy cannot sustain itself when one man owns more wealth than the bottom half of our society, when 60% of our people live paycheck to paycheck, when we have the highest rate of childhood poverty of any major nation, and when our kids will have a lower standard of living than their parents. This is not just about wealth, it's about power. Musk and his fellow oligarchs want it all. Together we must fight back. We must create an economy and government that works for all of us, not just Elon Musk and his fellow
It is. It's always about power, right? Remember that famous scene with John Luke that we talked about? Where he says, the guy literally says, it's about power. And what does he say? It's all just an illusion because you're not actually, like, you're powerful in the sense of you're influencing events and stuff, but it's not actually helping your well-being because a lot of these people are very unhappy, right?
This gets to
Bernie speaking facts, yeah.
The biggest issue here. And it's not just the idea that this one man's a trillionaire and that somehow exists in a vacuum. No, the fact that people have that kind of money also means that they have more power than everybody else. Mm-hmm. This is why a wealth tax is necessary for a democracy.
Agreed. 100.
Because currently in our system, and I don't just mean the US, but I'm talking, the Western world, at least Canada, Europe, we have a system where people with more money essentially have more votes. They have more of a say when it comes to elections, their ability to spend in elections. Now, of course, that varies depending on the country, but they generally have more of a say in who gets elected. And then when those people are elected, they're able to put pressure on those individuals through lobbying because, again, of their massive wealth. That is not a democracy. That is a system that benefits those with more money. So this isn't just people, feeling jealous or wishing they had $1 trillion. No, this is a fundamental problem with the system that we uphold.
Facts. Oh, someone sent me this. This should be kind of funny. We were talking about Steve Kornacki the other day. What's this? Political Corner with Steve Kornacki? Wow. He was even more dorky before. What a giga chad.
Since it would be impractical for me to go over each race, I'll only go over a few of the highlights this year. The Senate balance is 56-44 for the Democrats as of this moment. It is highly plausible that the Republicans can take over the Senate for the first time since 1986.
Democrats drew much closer in Nevada, and I think they drew closer to victory in Arizona.
God damn it.
Since it would be
so
impractical.
Funny. God damn it. He looks 15, I know. Why does he look like he's 30 at 15? I know. Raina. He has the same cadence too.
New York City has officially reclaimed its spot as the center of the world, and Trump has officially become the only reason the Knicks have a single blemish on their insane finals run. While Zoran Mamdani parties with the city, provides for the city, and protects the city, you can almost hear MAGA's tears hit the ground as they try to build the narrative that NYC has fallen to Sharia law. Nick Sorter, MAGA's mouthpiece, says, "Breaking, rioters have begun setting school buses on fire. Police do not have nearly enough support. Mamdani and Hochul have absolutely failed the NYPD. He wants you to think that the entire city is burned down. Oh, the horror." Remember when they tried this line during BLM? Portland is still in ashes, according to them. And while there was definitely some hooliganism going on in New York last night, it's not like New Yorkers were ever expected not to be out of control. They want you to believe that the poor police were desperately trying to keep the vicious mob from tearing apart their own city, when in reality, it was only a very small group of people breaking the law that the police could easily handle. In fact, if you look even closer for a second, you'll see there is way more proof that drunken New Yorkers actually love helping clean up the city. There are tons of examples of the city looking out for each other last night.
That's cute.
And the thing is, what they don't want you to see is that when the energy is this positive in the city, sure, some people will take advantage, but many, many, many more will step up and go out of their way to help.
Guys.
And the results are absolutely undeniable. You can see them the very next day.
All right, this is 42nd Street, where all them buses were last night. Everyone's asking why there were mad buses here. Well, I was saying it yesterday. They brought in all these cheese buses to bring people back and forth to the World Cup game. And I guess when they came back last night, they got completely stopped from the crowd. So the bus drivers were probably like, fuck this shit, I had a long ass day, I'm getting out of here. They left the buses here. One of them burned to the ground, but they're all gone. Everything is completely cleaned up. There's not even a cup on the ground. And this is as of about 8 o'clock in the morning. Shout out DSNY.
It was a long night for the city that never sleeps. The same goes for the mayor, who is somehow managing to host two incredibly massive events and run the city flawlessly. And I know that it grinds MAGA's gears to learn that he's good with law and order, too.
Woo! What time did you go to bed? 1:30. They tried to keep me out. 3:45. Oh my God. I mean, it's incredible. I mean, we've been waiting for this moment for 53 years. And 1999, last time we were in the finals, Rick Brunson was on that team to have his son be Captain Clutch, bring us this championship. What a moment. We've been waiting for this for 53 years, and it just feels like the entire city is alive. The biggest city in the country feels like the smallest town in the world. And it's hard to put it into words of what this means, but truly, your t-shirt, this jersey, that hat, everybody's feeling the same way. What's your word to the knuckleheads last night? You know, look, the vast majority of New Yorkers celebrated responsibly. They've been waiting their entire lives for this. There were a few New Yorkers who did not do so. They behaved in a way that was unacceptable, and we've said time and again, as excited as we are, There's no tolerance for attacks. There's no tolerance for harassment or violence, whether it's towards police officers or anyone else. And I'm thankful to the men and women of the NYPD for keeping our city safe.
Guys, we gotta get going. Appreciate it. Thank you.
He's handling the World Cup just as he did the NBA Finals. Not only is he going out of his way to make sure regular, everyday people have a seat in the stadium, but he's even letting people that he doesn't know take his seat, leading to one of the best media moments I think I've seen in a long time.
What my chest saying? Mayor. You the mayor? Oh, nice to meet you. My fault.
We're both the mayor.
Oh, y'all both the mayor?
He's the mayor.
Let me proper introduce myself. My name's Speed. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Mayor.
Lovely to meet you.
Lovely, lovely, love you.
I've been listening to your World Cup song from 2022 every morning.
Thank you. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that.
Great job.
W Mayor, chat. We just met the mayor. I didn't even realize I was next to the mayor.
If you don't know who this young man is, he's one of the biggest online streamers for Gen Z and Alpha. So W Mayor indeed, especially since America's new mayor is humble. He doesn't even bring up the fact that IShowSpeed here is literally sitting in the seat labeled for the mayor. And there's just something so heartwarming about unbridled human joy. Not the idea of joy and hope, but the real, genuine thing. That is what Zoran is dead set on providing for the city. As the city was still in the streets celebrating last night, Mamdani was already in the kitchen cooking up something that everybody is going to love. He just tweeted out at 11 o'clock, Parade Thursday, Manhattan. If the parade is anything like last night, then we'll be able to power the country with the city's energy.
Mayor's still Muslim. My bagel's still Jewish. Even the Pope's on our side.
He was right. He was right. Did you get to meet him? Do you know anything about him? Have you reached out to him?
What happened? Oops, sorry guys.
Do you know anything about him? Have you reached out to him?
I haven't met him, but he is a New Yorker whose words have really stayed with all of us. You know, thanks to him, there are a lot of people who have just been running up to me over the last few weeks, just shouting at me, "My mayor's Muslim." I said, "It's true, I am."
And my bagel is Jewish, and so is this news anchor, and it's a beautiful thing, New York City here. Mayor, I want to. It truly is. I think it speaks to just what this city is, and even this team. It's not just a cookie cutout of the same thing again and again. It's every single player having a role, bringing together all of the
tears to my eyes, right, guys?
5 boroughs for this moment. It's truly a joy.
The connection between the people and the city is undeniable, and the people know who's responsible for keeping the vibes immaculate. It's definitely not the billionaire owner of the Knicks, it's the guy who everyone is screaming for in the streets.
You saw everything, and it was his final, just release of all these things that have finally happened. And here we are tonight. And this is just how it is.
They're smoking one. They're smoking a joint.
Like we said, Omar, it is a party atmosphere. And as soon as you can see, and we're just going to take you a little bit on this one.
Okay, I love your car. That's a great haircut. Haircut of a winner.
Is it a joint or a spliff? It's one of those, right? Looks like a joint.
See, all right, Mark Morales is getting a taste of the people right now. Up close and personal with people clearly smoking on that San Antonio Spurs pack right now.
This is New York is crowded, guys, especially when, oh my God, I remember I went out and it wasn't even a special event. I went out to like Times Square at 4 in the morning, right? We were like bar hopping and stuff over there. And at 4 in the morning, guys, Times Square was packed. It was like this. You could barely fucking walk through it. I was like, what?
Zoran scares the shit out of the establishment because he provides for the people in a way that the political center, and especially the right, can ever provide due to their allegiance to the ruling class.
Daughter. Damn.
Make no mistake, MAGA is only full of hate. No joy, no love. And they aren't afraid to prove it in public, like this guy who didn't wait for a second after the game was over.
Let's go! You fucking rapist, fucking Muslim supporters! You fucking losers! fucking Muslim, you Montana piece of shit.
You know, it's the
Oh,
juxtaposition that convinces people. All we have to say is, who would you rather be? The rabid freak capitalist who hates everybody despite just winning a national championship? Or a joyful champion who subscribed to U.S. Democratic Socialists? I'm Tony Hinderman, and I'll catch you next time.
Damn right. All right. I think I wanted to watch too. Save that for tomorrow. Here it is. Sorry guys, the stream crashing ruined my my tabs here. I will watch it tomorrow, but here we go. Be pretty funny.
All right, joining me today on iHip News.
New York got me hyped.
Is Twitch streamer, co-host, and the star of Fear and Podcast, Austin Show. Austin, welcome to iHip News.
Jennifer, it is such a privilege to be back for the second time on iHip News. The last time at the DNC in 2024.
That was fun.
That was so much fun.
And then we got our hearts broken.
We got our hearts ripped out of our chest.
We lived out.
We lived out. A lot has changed in both of our political evolution since then.
Yes. And I want to show you alleged heterosexual JD Vance here talking about Dems should just run, quote, normal people in elections. Play the clip.
The midterm elections right around the corner. The Democrats have nominated Tallarico and Plattner to win back men, Mr. Vice President. Is that going to work?
I'm probably the worst person to ask how the Democrats can win votes, Jesse. But look, what my free political advice to Democrats is very simple. It's just nominate normal human beings. Don't run on men playing in women's sports. Don't run on letting illegal immigrants flood our country.
Okay, speaking of running and JD Vance, play the clip. There's JD Vance at Disneyland.
I see him.
Okay, here he goes. His is JD Vance running.
Oh, man, not an athletic bone in his body.
Okay, one more before you respond to that.
Sure.
He's talking about Democrats running normal people
the dad run.
and men in women's clothing. Pop this up.
Yeah.
Alleged
There we go.
heterosexual and failed drag queen Vice President JD Vance.
Well, you know, Jen, I mean, first of all of these men are secretly on Grindr.
Yep.
All of them are secretly trying to sleep with members of our community while passing legislation or actively trying to eliminate us from society.
Because you were a lib and then you sold out
Number
for
two,
cash.
what the hell is
100%
normal? Is
right.
normal JD Vance somebody who likes to have intercourse with his couch? You know, what is normal? Is normal
eyeliner?
Yeah, is normal the House Speaker, Mike Johnson, who likes to monitor his son's pornography usage? Is that what is normal? You know,
it's a great point.
Yeah, I mean, like, is this what we're? I mean, they're absolutely psychotic, all of them, from top to bottom, psychotic. And I'm not going to pretend to sit here and think that that's normal. That's ridiculous.
All right, and then Jesse Waters, do you think it's normal that he is so fixated on all of these men all the time.
I mean, they are more, that's the thing, is nobody is more obsessed with trans people than Republicans.
Right.
They're the ones that are making this the talking point.
Yeah.
That's their talking point. Trans people in sports. That's their thing. Let me tell you, name, who's that girl? I can't even remember who she was.
Riley Gaines.
Riley Gaines, who placed fifth.
Tied for fifth.
And, I bet they couldn't even name who won.
Right.
Because nobody cares. Trans people aren't going to change.
If the
anything.
trans swimmer that she tied for fifth with hadn't swam, Riley Gaines would still be a fifth place swimmer minus the Fox News career.
Yes.
Nobody has benefited
Yes.
from the T's and the LGBTQ plus as much as Riley Gaines. She's a failed swimmer that has an entire television career because of the trans community. If anybody should celebrate Pride Month.
I agree. She should probably be on a float. She probably should be.
Okay,
Ridiculous.
here's Ted Cruz attacking James Tallarico's masculinity. Play the clip.
I gotta say, if you were making a list of 1,000 adjectives to describe this guy, masculine would not be one of them. I mean, this guy, if a stiff breeze came by, it would.
Look Who's Talking To is a movie, Ted Cruz, okay? At least he stays in the state and actually does his job. Motherfucker, you just go on vacation to Mexico when the going gets a little cold in Texas. Fuck off.
Blow him over like a feather. This is also a guy who his
also,
campaign.
Can you just imagine being that fucking? Guys, this is another thing that's been brought up with Ted Cruz, right? I don't know if a lot of people know this. His name isn't Ted. It's Eduardo, right? He doesn't use that because, let's be honest, Republicans are racist. They're not going to vote for somebody named Eduardo, right? So, but they will vote for someone who anglicizes it to Ted. Okay? So fuck off, dude. You're a pussy.
Had a vegan no meat campaign because meat is destroying the world. He's opposed to oil and gas. This is the Democrat Party, and they will vote.
Okay. He says 1,000 adjectives to describe James Tallarico. Can you start with some adjectives to describe Ted Cruz? I'll go first. Unfuckable.
Unfuckable. Fat. I mean, obvious.
Objectively.
Yeah. You do another one.
No riz.
No riz. Ugly.
Yeah.
He is. Right? There was a spat a few years ago where he was like, "You don't even speak Spanish" to Marco Rubio. And he's like, it was like the funniest thing. We got to watch it because it was the funniest thing ever, Kristen B. He's Hispanic. He's Cuban Hispanic. So like Marco, right?
Dumb.
We gotta watch this now that you bring it up again. Unfuckable, ugly, yeah. Can you just imagine how fucking stupid this is? Watch this, guys. You're gonna laugh your ass off. Oh man, there you go. Yeah, here it is.
Marco went on Univision in Spanish and said he would not rescind President Obama's illegal executive amnesty on his first day in office. I have promised to rescind every single illegal executive action, including that one. And on the question,
very quickly. First of all, I don't know how he knows what I said on Univision because he doesn't speak Spanish. The other point that I would make.
What a burn!
Illegal executive action, including that one. And on the question,
very quickly. First of all, I don't know how he knows what I said on Univision because he doesn't speak Spanish. And second of all, the other point that I would make.
Marco, si quieres, díselo ahora mismo, díselo ahora. En español, si quieres.
This is, look.
It's like the most broken Spanish too. Come on, even I. Oh my God, from just standing there just like a muppet. Yeah, these people are clowns, right? It's all just a kabuki theater, guys. So I'm surprised a lot of people don't remember that clip just because there's so much going on. But yeah, I remember it because I have to. I just guys, that's how my brain operates. These fucking clips immediately, right?
Not uber masculine.
No, that's what,
right?
the thing that
he's kind of non-binary.
This is the thing that cracks me up about Republicans and masculinity that they talk about. They often fall short of their own definitions of masculinity. Right. So like, they're Ted Cruz is describing, I'm sure they describe these muscular, tough guys. And, like Ted Cruz, if he stepped on a scale, would be morbidly obese.
Yeah, he's
and there's
gained
nothing
a lot
wrong
of weight
with being morbidly
compared
obese.
to
But
that.
quit trying to paint yourself as this like,
Not only that, but it's like, dog, you're a pussy.
This
Right?
idea
Like your wife and these moments, all these little moments, right? They shouldn't matter, but they do. According
the
to them.
standard that you're setting for yourself and falling short of.
When you think of the idealized heterosexual male, the leader of the family, would you think that this alpha male would be protective of his wife and children, right?
Yes.
Okay. So let's take a trip down memory lane. Donald Trump tweeted about Heidi Cruz, which is Ted's wife. Yeah. And then this is the Trump tweet about Heidi. And then Ted Cruz responds. He basically calls Heidi ugly, right? He says, no need to spill the beans. These images are worth 1,000 words. And he has Heidi with Melania. So then Ted Alpha Male Cruz responds on Twitter, as a real alpha man does.
Of course.
Donald, real men don't attack women. Your wife is lovely, and Heidi is the love of my life.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, what a man.
How did Trump respond to that?
Oh, I think they went back and forth, but I'll tell you how Ted Cruz responded.
He sucked him
took
off?
Trump's ass.
Yeah.
Opened it up
yeah.
and crammed his head all the way up in it as much as he could. And then he's like, God bless Donald Trump.
He's doing tricks on it. That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
I mean, Ted has been he's been very far up his ass the entire time.
So James Tallarico, it started off a few months ago before the primary that James Tallarico followed these OnlyFans accounts, all right, of these women with big titties, et cetera. And then he wins the primary, and then they start all this.
Heidi is a pendeja for letting that slide for real.
Food Tallarico,
100.
vegan Tallarico, and then they start calling him trans.
Oh, they're transvestigating him?
Yes, Stephen Miller called Tallarico trans.
Stephen Miller?
Yes, with Jesse Waters.
Oh, they called him trans?
They called him trans. And so then now they're complaining because all of these Capitol staffers are claiming they had relationships, females, with Tallarico. Pop this up. A second former Capitol staffer has confirmed a past romantic relationship with Democrat Senate candidate James Tallarico. So here's how it
So he's gay, trans, and now he's fucking the ladies. Okay.
goes.
They can't even keep the narrative straight. What?
In the MAGA world. James Tallarico is a horn dog.
Oh my God.
That likes OnlyFans. He wins. Then James Tallarico is a pussy.
Thank you. Yeah.
That doesn't eat meat, doesn't like oil and gas, and is
now he's
trans. Now they're saying James Tallarico has had affairs.
Yes.
And this report
He's a pimp, basically, right? He's a ladies' man.
comes from the Texas School
What? What is this messaging?
Scorecard, which is a right-wing.
It's because none of it's working, right? He's actually doing really well, and they're like, oh, fuck. What do we do, right? And the motherfucker's single. He can do whatever he wants, right? I don't give a shit, and most people don't either. But, you know, these people, they are the opposite, right? They get married to people that they don't necessarily always like, right? They're in happy relationships, and they stay there because of shame, right? So it's like, he could be used as an example of you guys not letting like this stuff be, you being so conservative, even though he's a pretty conservative guy in his religion, right? But instead of learning from that, they're like, we gotta throw everything but the kitchen sink at him. He's trans, he's gay, he's a womanizer, he's a player pimp, right? And what else are they gonna call him next? Ridiculous.
Outlet. So again,
at least he can get the ladies. Miller can't get anything.
It's this obsession with the sex lives.
Yeah, if that's true, if anything, it actually helps.
Democrats.
Well, this is what happens when you don't have any policy.
Right.
This is what you have to focus on.
Mm-hmm.
You have
that's another problem is like, I don't give a shit about any of this stuff, right? None of this shit would matter to me at all. They're the ones bringing up to the spotlight, but that's because they have nothing to offer.
to focus on these.
They are just status quo candidates, right? Or pushing like stale, keeping the status quo as stale as possible, or reverting it back to like previous times. It's like, nah, I'm good. Thanks.
Issues because you don't have anything that you can deliver to working class people.
That's right.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Damn right. That's what I always say.
And so you have to make things up and continue going down the list to try to smear them as an individual, as opposed to offering an alternative. And Republicans aren't going to offer anything like that.
Right.
So that's what they have to do. So it's absolutely no shock, and it's so silly. And people don't care about these things. People don't care about trans people in sports. People want to be able to feed their families and have affordable housing and healthcare. You know, those are the things that people care about. They don't care about this shit.
Right.
Right?
Well, I think the Fox News viewers do.
Well, yes, they care about, but the reason that they care about it is, in my opinion, is because, we've talked about this. The Democratic Party, the establishment, has not offered an alternative that has delivered an agenda that has helped these people get out of these people are desperate.
Do you also think they're sexually repressed?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
A lot of
So
people
do you know
are.
who this Jillian Michaels is? She was
tell me about it.
Okay, she's this lesbian, former fitness instructor turned like YouTuber, like you and I are, right?
Yep.
And so I was on the New Yorker podcast. And I was talking to David Remnick about Jesse Waters and Republican men in general, obsessed with the sex lives and gender of Democrats. And so she covered me, and I wanted us to analyze this. So let's play this clip.
Go after these MAGA men. One example would be Jesse Waters. This man talks incessantly about masculinity. Joe Biden is not masculine because he sucks on soup. What kind of man sucks on a straw? He goes on and on and on so much about the idealized man. And that's a part of fascism, this, propelling this form of toxic masculinity. Why are you so obsessed with men, Jesse Waters? What's all that about? Why are you so obsessed with trans people? Why are you thinking about genitals all the time? Kind of flip the script.
For all of this woman's talk about progressive empathy, her rhetoric exposes the repulsive truth of modern resistance politics because it's always driven by a deep, visceral contempt for rural and working class Americans. Because when a movement's primary message consists of calling ordinary people fascists and idiots and deplorables, on a comedy podcast, no less, it proves that you have zero interest in understanding the economic alienation, the wage stagnation.
Or maybe we do understand at least I do, but we're not going to frame it that way, right? We're going to frame it from a left-wing perspective, not this rightoid garbage that you guys shill on the right all the time, right?
The institutional betrayal that drove these men away from the Democratic Party in the first place. And again, I'll point out the irony. This is a woman who punches down from a position of exorbitant economic privilege, white privilege.
Bitch, that's you. What are you talking about?
Might add.
What?
Okay.
My favorite part is when Republicans get woke.
You're literally
Republicans will do
Jillian
this thing, like
Michaels.
they do this all the thing with gay people, like when it comes to the Israel-Palestine.
Right.
They'll be like, they're only pro-gay when it is to advance their fascist agenda.
Right.
So they'll be like, well, gay people would in Gaza, you'd be killed in Gaza for being
thrown off
gay.
a rooftop.
Thrown off a rooftop for being gay. And it's like, well, that's you. The only reason I can't do that here is because you just haven't gotten there yet. You're heading there. That's your goal.
Yeah.
You know, that's what you're trying to do. That's my favorite thing is they become woke to try to attack you.
And so what she's trying to say here is, and I didn't say Jesse Waters was gay.
Right.
She inferred that.
Right.
I just said, why is he so obsessed with masculinity all the time? And I genuinely believe it. But she
Bingo.
says she has that I have visceral contempt. And what I have visceral contempt for are hypocrites like her. And then she
Bingo.
goes on to talk about the rural working class. And I can tell her, she's a lesbian, the rural working class is not going to welcome you the way that you think they're going to. Look at what's just happened with the Mormon church. Have you heard about this?
Yes, the Lego situation.
You know, Mike Lee.
Or is that a different situation?
No, so many situations.
Wait, but it's not the Lego situation. We're not talking about the Lego?
What's the Lego?
Oh my God, you haven't heard about the Lego situation?
No.
That was a Mormon church thing. Okay, you just moved past that. You're like, what the fuck is this psychopath talking about?
No, tell me.
I don't know all the details because I need to look into it more. But essentially, this guy, like the Mormon church, is involved in some sort of like cover up of this scandal involving this father who sold his Legos to a. You know what I'm talking about?
Roman told me about this. My son told me about
it's a huge internet thing, and I haven't I've been traveling nonstop, so I haven't had a time to read about it. But that's what.
No, it's a.
I was like, how'd the Legos get involved in this? Anyway.
No, so Pete Hegseth,
right?
He made a list of approved Christians for the Department of War, and he left off the Mormons.
Nice, good job,
Senator.
Oh no!
All day
Senator
and you
Mike
got
Lee
something
he's had like a
decent
24 to 72 hour stage 5 meltdown about it.
Oh my God!
And then like the young Utah Republicans are like, Mormons are Christians, and I'm like, okay. You're begging to be on a list of the Department of War that commits war crimes.
I know.
Bingo. How pathetic, right? How fucking pathetic.
The leader of the Department of War that is the
We
most.
covered that yesterday. Remember that? That Mormons were taken off the list of being Christians, which I mean, like, let's be honest. If you and analyze it, at least on like more than just a surface level, I definitely see that argument. They aren't.
Un-Mormon like. He has had like multiple wives, multiple kids. I guess that is pretty Mormon.
Yeah, I mean, it's very. Yeah, I was gonna say that's very Mormon. These people are all crazy. I mean, I know you're an atheist.
Yeah,
these people are all crazy. But what's so crazy about them is the way that they define hell. And if Jesus, the God they believe in, comes back, they're going to be first in line to go to hell.
Yeah,
all of
nice.
them. Yeah,
you know what I mean. All of them. Are going to hell.
You think the Mormons too?
Oh, hell yeah!
You know what? You know where my mind went when you first said the Legos.
What?
That they were doing something sexual with the Legos.
Oh, I mean, it wouldn't.
That's where your brain goes. You hear like weird Mormon stuff, and you immediately you think about the soaking.
Yes.
You think about all of the. You know, they have all sex and all the creases of the body and all of these things.
Oh,
so
just the workarounds. They're always trying to find a workaround.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I want to move on to Fox News.
Oh.
Last night.
Are you on there a lot?
Last night, they gave Hassan Piker, your co-host of your podcast, a break. Pop this up.
I love this.
Democrats go all in on Pervy Plattner. There's me in pubs.
Yeah.
And of course, with Plattner, my whole thing with Fox is like, okay, you're in for Donald Trump, who is clearly in the Epstein files, who there are credible accusations in the Epstein files.
Just an egregious amount of times.
Egregious.
So many times.
And then they have, like, they're talking about running normal candidates when they run Lindsey Graham. They talk about running normal candidates when we just saw a video of J.D. Vance running normally.
Yeah.
And the fact that they are either covering Pumps and Me or the co-host of your podcast, Hassan, at all times, and shout out to the Fox.
Shout out Hassan.
No, shout out to the Fox interns watching our.
Oh, that's right. They have an intern watching his podcast, Dedicated.
Yeah, say hello to them.
Yeah. Hello. Are they watching you too?
I'm sure.
Okay. Yeah. Hello, Fox.
Well, I mean, clearly they're watching me.
Yeah.
Democrats go all in on pervy Plattner.
Hello, Fox News. I'll take an interview. Anything you want to know about Hassan Piker?
A tell-all.
Oh, a tell-all about Hassan Piker. His obsession with gay sex.
Okay, this is what I want to bring up. I was very alarmed to see that Hassan, he has fallen prey to some hard-hitting investigative journalism.
Oh, yes.
Of the New York Post. And they have accused him of being a homeowner.
I heard about this.
And horny. Pop this up.
Yes.
Hassan Piker, the horny homeowner. Hassan Piker's seedy, sex-obsessed life, soliciting nudes, list of best breasts, and a separate laptop for porn.
I cannot believe he doesn't jerk off at his streaming setup.
How dare
That's what
he?
shocked me the most. He's got the lighting in there is incredible. He's got 3 monitors.
Yeah.
I mean, I cannot believe that the famous within the community FAP top is what they call it.
What's FAP top?
It's a jerk off laptop. He's talked about this publicly for years.
FAP top.
A FAP top.
Everybody, basically, they're trying to get him for having some sort of jerking off not on the work computer. Is basically what.
He's jerking off from home.
Yes.
It's like a COVID quarantine jerk off.
I'm like, I read through this article, I saw the title, and I was like, this is, of course, it's going to be ridiculous. I read through the whole thing, and I'm like, they just made him look like breaking news, he's a man.
He's horny.
He's
and a homeowner. My favorite was that he's a homeowner.
Yeah. And then the drone shot of his house where it's like, this is where Hassan Piker jerks off. That's what they,
So,
God.
So he talks openly on your podcast about this.
Well,
what is it called?
A lot of the quotes that they used hilariously are funny bits that we're doing on our podcast as jokes. They even use his best friend in a quote. Will Neff, talking about something about what happens when they go out or whatever. But it was a total. If you watching the clip, we're being silly. We run a podcast where we jab at each other all the time, and that's where most of the clips came from.
What's it like working with the president of Antifa, domestic terrorist, chronic masturbator, homeowner?
I tell you,
what is it like working with such a person? Is that stressful for you?
I mean, it is incredibly stressful.
Yeah.
Well, the Fox News, it's all
just
liberals,
try to maintain the
liberals.
image of the socialist while living in that mansion that you saw.
Yeah.
Protected sex.
Yeah, incredibly stressful.
Because liberal people are not supposed to have money or own homes, correct?
Everybody knows that socialism means broke.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So obviously he's not living the life of a socialist, which he shouldn't be living in a house. He should be living in a box.
Mm-hmm. Right? And what's it like working with somebody like him? The Antifa style domestic terrorists.
Well, it's Hamas enthusiast.
Exactly.
9/11 enthusiast. And I want to get that out there. 9/11
get ahead of it.
Enthusiast. I want to get out there. I condemn Hassan Piker.
Yeah.
I'd like to condemn him publicly on the show. And I know he said America deserved 9/11, but a lesser known thing is he said America deserved Pearl Harbor. Which is something that I don't think has gotten enough traction.
Really?
So Fox, if you're listening right now, not only is he enthusiastic about the 9/11 terrorist attacks, he said America deserved Pearl Harbor.
Really?
Disgusting.
Right.
I can't believe I work with him.
Yeah.
I cannot believe it, but goddamn, the check's good.
Those champagne socialists, they pay well, right? Because he's not about exploiting your labor.
Oh, no. I will say the podcast is split evenly.
Yeah, for real.
And I've been taking his money for a long time. He just doesn't know he's so rich.
All right. Now, I had heard that y'all were supposed to go to Game 3, which Trump went, ambushed, got booed. And you may remember Hassan was targeted all the time by the Fox News. Hi, guys.
Yes. Hello, Fox.
Hello, Fox. He was targeted all the time, and I was in LA.
Yes.
And you're usually my bestie in LA.
Oh, yes. We need to talk about this.
But I felt bad because it was just like, they're on him. And I had an extra ticket, my son and my husband, and I thought, I'm going to invite Hassan. He needs to get out of the house. He needs to be a normal person. He needs to get offline. He needs to quit chronically masturbating. He needs to get out of being a homeowner and go to a game.
Yeah.
So I take him to the game, game 4, Oklahoma City Thunder, Los Angeles Lakers. He's like a full-blown normal person. Like he is cheering, jumping up. He's having the best time. So then I heard he's coming to New York. And then I read all this stuff online that y'all are all going to the basketball game. And I'm like, well, where's my
Where's
tip
your
for
ticket?
Yeah.
And he didn't even, has he even reached out to you?
Yeah, he's coming on the podcast in a couple of days.
Oh, he's coming on the podcast.
Yeah, but no mention of
the game. Well, you need to confront him about it.
Oh, I intend to.
Confront him about it because he needs to understand that that's not okay. Now, I have to ask you something.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have to confront you about something.
Oh, do it. I love this.
So she texts me, and I'm in the car on the way to the airport. Are you in LA? I said, yes, I'm in LA. And she goes, great, I'll be there too. And I went, awesome. Well, let me know if you want to do something. She just says, sounds good. And then nothing. What was your intention with that message? You sent me a message and you're like, I'm in Los Angeles. You announced your presence in Los Angeles. And I established we were there together. And then there was no
follow-up.
It was just you were bragging about being in LA and not seeing
Okay,
me.
let me ask you this. Does that make you want to hang out with me more?
I mean, it made me, yes, incredibly jealous.
Okay, see that then that was my
Was that
mission.
a power move? I wasn't a fan. I know he needed to go to the game.
He needed it.
He needed to go to the game. And it provided great podcast content.
And look at him now.
I know.
Now he's a basketball fan.
Because of you.
Exactly.
Because of you. And you should absolutely take that credit. Because I don't, come to think of it, I don't remember him ever talking about basketball before.
I mean, per the Washington Post, it sounds like he's either on Twitch stream or on this, what's it called, Map Top?
Fap top.
What does that mean?
Do you know what fapping is?
No.
Fapping is a term to describe masturbating, like fapping.
Oh.
Fap. See?
Okay, I see.
Yeah. That's disgusting. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry you have to deal with men.
Fap.
But, yeah. Men are...
Yeah.
God,
so
men.
I'm just surprised that he
Could
was
never
able
be me.
to... But now look at him.
I mean, yeah. I mean, he's...
I'm just
when
a
he's not
muggle,
on the fap top, he's now he can enjoy something else.
Are you going to game 4?
You know,
Stop fapping,
I
chap.
looked at the prices of the tickets,
Yeah.
and they are $10,000
For the nosebleeds.
For the nosebleeds. And I said, you know what, Jen, I have a nice suite at the Waldorf Astoria, which, by the way, I've been trying to get a free upgrade. I bought.
How's that going?
It's not working. I got there.
Did you put on a charm offensive?
I sat at the desk for 3 hours and I hovered in the lobby around the manager.
You helicoptered the reception
and I
desk?
really tried to get that 1-bedroom suite. Unsuccessful.
Really?
Unsuccessful. I couldn't do it because I have no status with them. I had no leverage. But I status matched. So I'm a Marriott ambassador.
Uh-huh.
I status matched with Hilton right before. And I was trying to be like, hey, you know, they didn't care. They didn't give a damn. They want my money.
You're not going to go. Are you going to ask your socialist friend to get you a ticket?
He won't do it. He takes so much pride in making me pay for my own things.
Suffer.
Mm-hmm. If we ever go out to dinner.
Do you think that's a form of homophobia?
Oh, absolutely. He is an LGBTQ foe. You know what he did the other week, last weekend? He promised me he was going to come to Pride. Not only did he take my stream from me, it wasn't going to be on my channel. He canceled it because Iran attacked Israel. I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's globalized again, for real.
Come on. It's one time. Couldn't you take a few hours off, Hassan, and come to my parade on my month?
And he didn't.
He didn't even do it. He didn't do it. Can you believe that?
I can.
You can believe it.
Based on what I've read in I've read in the New York Post.
LGBTQ foe.
Yeah.
I will be honest, though. They do talk about like how Hassan is, when they talk about him and I and our relationship, people come to me and they be like, you know, Hassan supports people that don't support gay people, like we talked about earlier. I'm like, maybe we need to send, maybe Hassan needs to, maybe he can convert some of these conservatives to be woke. And
well, you know that there's that podcast. It's called The Necessary Conversation.
Yes.
Podcast.
Yes.
Okay. So those parents live in Oklahoma.
Yes.
And this woman, the mom, she went on Hassan's stream with her children that are adult children. And they absolutely love Hassan.
Yeah. And when he, you know, he got Fox News said he got served. He hasn't been served,
Mhm.
right?
Right.
According to him. She
haven't
was
heard
like,
that he did
she
either.
disagreed with Trump on that. She said, don't go after my boy.
My boy.
Yeah, like she really loves Hassan,
Yeah.
you know? So, I mean,
I think I would just say that Fox News, the New York Post really, really love Hassan.
Yeah.
Because the coverage of him, the wall to wall, I mean, sometimes it's 8
They
hours
love
a
it.
day,
Mhm.
wall to wall Hassan Piker.
None of these people have they never heard of the Streisand effect? None
I
of
don't
these
think so.
people.
These people think the earth is 5,000 years old.
Yeah, of course they don't know this shit. Dog.
That's so true. But none of these people knew who Hassan
They're
Piker was
idiots.
before this.
Yeah.
And now he's elevating candidates and they're winning elections.
I know.
I mean, it's great. Keep it going, Fox News.
That's right.
It's only working. Now get me on.
Yes, yes, because
Get me on.
you'll do a tell-all, correct?
I will do a tell-all exclusive interview. Jesse Waters, sit me down.
with Austin Show, and you will tell it. Will you start with the
And
Pearl
of
Harbor?
course, Hassan is just scum, pure and
Harbor.
simple.
That's an Austin Show exclusive. And Jesse, if you're listening, I'll do a shirtless. I know you like that.
Oh yeah, you know he
Oh
does.
yeah, I'll do a shirtless for you, Jesse.
All right, Austin Show. I love you.
I love you too.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you for
Love
having
it.
me, everybody.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
All right. You seem like the kind of prick too. Being leftist doesn't absolve your asshole tendencies. Facts. Is he even a leftist? Pfft. Who knows? All right, guys. I think I'm gonna leave it there. What up? Thank you so much for joining me on another episode of the Gustx broadcast. You know what time of the day it is. It's that time of the night where I say good night, good day, wherever you are. Thank you so much for joining me. I will be back tomorrow, same time, same place. Take care. Go eat. I'm starving. I'm going to go eat now. Almost 9 o'clock here. God damn it. I'm going to devour my meal tonight. Fish, Blue Room. On a little late there, buddy. Last fish. All right. Let's see. Yeah, stay tuned for the credits, and I'll see everyone tomorrow. Bye-bye.